Hello, Gemini. Welcome back to your sacred space. It is such an honor and a love and a joy to be doing a reading for you all. And if you guys are new here, my name is Cassandra. I'm the witch, author, poet, and performer of Magic of Eden. And if you guys don't know, I like to start off with a prayer before I get into the reading. So y'all already know the deal. Let's go ahead with bowed down heads and humbled hearts. I'm kidding. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get into the prayer. Divine, thank you so much for allowing us to spend time with each other here today. Thank you so much for your divine love and benevolent protection. Thank you for all the signs, synchronicities, and the love and the wisdom that you give on a daily basis in abundance. Thank you so much for allowing me to be the medium that relays any messages that my soul tribe needs to hear. I ask that you please cloak them in your love, your protection, and your wisdom. And also may they be open to receiving any messages that are for them, and may they discard what does not resonate. I set the intention that this be a sacred space of love, divine unity, prosperity, and abundance. I set the intention that you guide our footsteps and that you fill me with the channeled wisdom that needs to be heard by my soul tribe. Thank you so much for you, Gemini, also for coming onto this reading and for trusting me to give you your messages. And it is so. All right, Gemini. So when I was shuffling your cards, they kept popping out and I had to take them back and put them back in the deck, and the reason was because there was some cards that kept trying to show face and I didn't want to see those cards. I wanted it to be obviously a surprise, right? So I put them back and then I kept shuffling. Now that to me lets me know that there's something that you want to see happen. There's something that is happening now, and I feel like it's just like this peekaboo. It's like you see it and then you back away and then you don't, and then you see it and then you back away, and it's like you see it and it's like, okay, now I'm really curious as to what you are showing me, Spirit. And that's just the energy that I'm picking up on. There's something that is coming up for you now. There's something very sudden is what I'm hearing. And it's kind of catching you off guard. And it's there's something, if you guys hear anything in the background, it's because my kids are in the background. It's you want to see something unfold in your reality, right? And for some of you guys, you spend so much time in the mental and you want to see something happen in the physical world, but it's hard for you to execute that because of how strong your imagination and how strong your intuition and how strong your mind is, to the point where it sometimes gets so strong to where it's like you stay there. And sometimes it's so hard to leave this mental space because you guys are air signs, right? Immediately we jump right into the reading. So you guys have a very strong mind, a very strong intuition, and again, a very strong imagination, excuse me. And again, it's just really hard for you sometimes to get out of this space. Now, one of the things that I heard for you guys as I was shuffling was that the saddest thing in life is wasted talent. And some of you guys are sleeping on your own talent. You guys are amazing communicators for some of you guys, and or you may be learning how to communicate further to enhance or further or move along the process of your career. There's something about your communication and just simply you figuring out how to get yourself out there in order to make these changes. And that actually is one of the changes that needs to be made. What I'm also hearing is that there's some type of help or assistance that would be needed. I think that if you start to communicate that more and ask and open up about what you need help with, more support will come in. What I'm hearing is that some of you guys need to literally take a pen and paper and write down what you need help with, fold it towards you, tuck that note away, and watch it manifest and unfold. You guys, for what I'm hearing is that there's a power in writing. There's so much power in your pen. Literally go to the store. This is what I'm hearing. Instructions. Go to the store, whether it be Dollar General, whether it be the 99-cent store, or whatever you can afford, or maybe online like Amazon or a place that specializes in pens. Save money if you have to. Whatever pen you are drawn to, you keep that pen. That, what Spirit is saying, is your lucky pen. You take that pen, you charm it, you charge it, you anoint it with an oil. I'm just using this as an example because this is the only oil that I have on my altar space, my reading space. And you take it and you anoint it, and that is your pen for manifestation. You use every time you want to manifest something to come in, whether it be money, whether it be love, whether it be whatever it is, you use that pen and you write down what you want, and you use an oil to anoint it. And when you do that, you anoint the petition paper, craft paper, you write it down, you anoint your wrists, you anoint your temples, and you anoint your third eye. That is for you specifically, because you can use the power of writing and the power of your mind and the power of words for you to manifest these things that you want to see come in. That is how Spirit is saying for you to manifest right now. Very powerful, very specific. What I'm seeing like a quill, or like this like old looking pen that's like brownish or like black. It's not, for some of you guys, it's not so much as like a dollar pen, but it's very specific. It's fine point, and it writes in like really nice dark ink. For some of you guys, you may be drawn to writing with blue ink because there's something about it being more alive that you feel, or it has like an essence to it, or it has like this cosmic vibe. For some of you guys, it's purple ink. It's something that indicates that you are alive, you're moving, and it's not red and it's not black. For some of you guys, it may be black because that's just the color you vibe with. Again, others of you, it's blue and it's purple. And you take that pen and you use it. It's one of those really good pens. Like, and I'm seeing a pen with like an engraving on it. It may be like a sigil that you may want to get engraved, or it may be a name that you want to get engraved. It may be your name. There's something about a pen and you engraving your name on it, or engraving something that reminds you of manifestation, because it's really, what I'm hearing, it's a power play. It's a mind play. You're using the power of your mind and your creativity in order to draw something into you. And that's what I'm hearing for you right now, Gemini. We are already 6 minutes and 37 seconds into this reading, and that's already what I'm hearing. Okay, you guys, your reading might be a bit noisy. And I think that the reason why this is happening this way is because there may have been so many distractions and things happening outside of you that you feel that you either have no control over, or that you feel are keeping you away. What Spirit is saying is that you have to be able to shut the noise out. And sometimes the noise can be coming from within your own mind. Sometimes the noise looks like the thoughts that you can't escape. Of course, you can escape them, babe. The whole point of meditation is to not escape your thoughts or to quiet your mind. The point is to be able to sort through the noise and for you to allow everything to show what it's trying to show. Whatever is trying to be shown to you, or whatever is trying to come out, you let that come out and you just simply observe it without attaching yourself to it. You don't have to attach yourself to every single thought that you have. Now imagine if you did attach yourself to every single thought that you have, you'd be miserable. And some of you will feel miserable because you can't seem to withdraw or detach or to divorce from these ideas, these thoughts, these patterns, this noise. And Spirit is saying that you're going to have to learn how to tune some of that shit out in order for you to get somewhere. For some of you, it's past mistakes. For some of you, it's the things that you went through before that you just can't seem to let go of. For some of you guys, it's shame. For some of you guys, I hear you saying, I wish I would have done better. Okay, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but now you're in the present. So what do we do now? We take what we've learned in the past and we say, I no longer will ever do this again. And I'll continue to push forward with the new knowledge that I have, and I'm going to go from there. And it's all about forgiveness. You have to be able to also forgive yourself from whatever mistakes you made. Some of you guys had really poor fucking decision making skills, and now it's time for you to move past that. If other people are not able to move past what you have done to them, and it's not to excuse you, but it's to say that we all have a role that we play. I apologize, Gemini. My kids were being really loud, and my divine partner had to go in and have them be quiet. So moving forward, and I also took a sip of coffee. Not that that's important, but whatever. So basically, that is what I heard. Yeah, it's like, if you guys have done something in the past, I feel like Spirit is letting you know now that you don't have to keep allowing yourself to feel guilty or bad or shame about what you've been through. If you had an encounter with someone and you've been doing your best to, I don't know what Spirit is saying, is like make up for it or find a way to like make peace with the past, and then that person or those group of people are so stuck, let them go through their own process and let them kind of process what happened, because again, we all have our journeys. It's not to excuse you for what you've done, but what it is to say is that if you continue to put your best foot forward, it will always show up in the things that you manifest, and it will always show up in other people or in whatever. It will always show that you've done the best that you can. And I feel that that is a message that is very specific for somebody. It just, take it as it resonates. I feel like there's something about meditation and you going into meditation and you taking more time to meditate. The Hierophant card, I don't see it here literally right now, but I do feel the Hierophant's energy, and I feel like the reason it may be, I'm seeing it more in reverse, and the reason is because I feel like right now there's a need for you guys to really just tune into your internal guide, and I feel like you guys need to return to this like spiritual routine. I feel like this is a message that has been coming through a lot for you guys, and it's like you really want to do this, but you aren't doing it because of certain things that are happening that are outside of you. You pay a lot of attention to the things that are going on externally, to where your internal body is calling you. You may be called to stop eating certain foods, and maybe go on a detox, maybe eat. I don't know why I'm seeing like something about vision. Like, I don't know why I'm getting like a really strong feeling in like my eyes, like a stinging in my eyes for whatever reason, and like a strain. There's some, impaired vision is what I'm hearing for some of y'all. You may want to switch up what you're eating to help with like your eyesight. That's really strong. That's weird. That's coming through, but it's like eyesight. Also, untapped power. Some of you guys have so much power and things like that, and you spend so much time indulging in the idea of it, but little do you manifest it. It's time for you to start embodying a bit more of that earth energy. This is so weird. Wow. Okay. There's something about like, okay, this is going to sound really cliche, but forgive me. Okay. And I'm not just saying this to like jump on any bandwagon, but there's something about birds, like birds. The channeled message that I'm getting for you guys is that if you've been seeing birds like hawks, crows, there's something about the sparrow coming through. If you've been seeing these birds, these are signs and omens. These are angels coming through right now. There's something very specific about Gabriel, Metatron are coming through right now. And there's something dealing with like archangels and like heavenly messengers, like heavenly beings that have wings. Like, it's so specific that these are coming through right now. Like there's something about like communication, temperance coming through. These are just downloaded. I'm like in a freaking daze right now. Okay. There's something about winged animals, and there's also something about like hoofed animals, like with a split hoof, like something about split hooves, like earth animals, like where earth meets like earth and air. Like earth and air are like literal opposites, and like fire and water are literal opposites. In this instance, it's you, air, and it's also earth. So you may be a Gemini that is close to earth energy, or you may have a lot of earth surrounding you right now. What I'm hearing is the word adaptation. So there's something that you may have to adapt to. And I'm hearing change, but it's change as far as being more action oriented, like practical. There's this practical idea. These birds are showing you and communicating to you that they're giving you a message to act on and to do on. Like, it's something about movement. Like, I need to get this moving. Like, as I say that, there's this bird that just flew in the sky, I swear. I feel like there's something very specific about like Gemini and Taurus, Gemini and Virgo, and Gemini and Capricorn. It's really like specific. There's something about Gemini energy in relation to earth energy. You think it, you do it. That's like what the vibe is. You think it, you do it. You think it, you make a plan. You think it, you act on it. You think it, you be practical about it. Like, that's the energy that I see coming for you guys. Okay. Anyway, moving forward. So the cards that we have here, which is funny because I didn't even realize there were 3 cards right here. The Knight of Cups is here. The Six of Wands is in reverse. The Hangman is in reverse as well. You guys have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Get out of, yeah. You have the Eight of Swords. You have the Devil in reverse here. This is freedom. The Queen of Cups, grace. You have the Strength card, the Six of Cups. You have the Six of Pentacles. You have the King of Cups. You have the Eight of Wands. I'm feeling right now that I'm hearing the word confusion. Like, it almost comes across as if it feels really confusing for you guys. You may be wanting to plan something, but you don't know how. There's a divine feminine energy around you that can help you with this one. Some type of divine feminine energy that shows you grace wow. I'm hearing it's like, you show me grace even when I feel undeserving. Like, that is so specific. And I feel like this energy that's here, it's she or it is here to give you something that you're not used to receiving. Like, Gemini, this feels very loving, but the love that you have, that the love that this person gives you helps you to tap into a higher aspect of yourself. I feel that there is a level of like being gifted something and you also opening up your heart. Like, if you open up your heart and not be afraid of surrendering and showing this more vulnerable aspect of yourself, I feel that if you decide to do that, the more you can gain, the more you can reap. And your strength is in your heart. It's so funny because you have the Strength card here and the Knight of Cups. I feel like, oh, it's so interesting. I'm seeing someone walk with his Doberman right now. Remember that you are always protected and you don't have to overly do things to protect yourself. There's always something or someone outside of you that can give you a sense of protection and security that you may not be used to. And you may be someone that is used to doing things alone or doing things by yourself, or people don't take you seriously or people take you as a joke. But there's something or there's someone outside of you that sees differently, that can see you in the capacity that you've always wanted to see. This is someone that is reminding you how to open your heart, how to be this loving type of energy. Because Gemini energy, you have such a beautiful fucking energy and it's often taken advantage of, but you are so fucking loyal and people take advantage of that, and Spirit is saying it's time for you to reclaim that. Because for whatever reason, it's like you've been putting this part of yourself on the back burner, but the reason is because you feel like it's been dishonored. And in turn, you also dishonored someone else. And the Spirit is saying to forgive yourself for that. Like, to forgive, like, I don't know why I keep hearing don't worry about it. Like, debts are being paid. Like, don't focus on that. You guys, forgive me. There's some my kids in the background, they're so loud. Anyways, Gemini, there's this need for you to be more compassionate with yourself and for you to show more compassion to yourself, but also show compassion for others as well. Like, there's this need for you to lean on your emotional body and to become more in sync so that you can connect your emotional body with your mental body. Like, that's what it feels like. You're connecting these two polar opposites or these two extremes, and you have to be able to meet it down the middle and say, well, how can I combine these two in order to create the gray area? This is where Spirit says that you have to be able to honor your emotional body by allowing yourself to feel what you feel, and then you can make sense of it later. Don't try to judge it as good or bad. Just let it be what it is. Okay, moving forward. 6 of Wands in reverse here, the Hangman in reverse here. You guys, Spirit is wanting you to show up, but you're not sure how. You may be having thoughts of like the past. Dramatic changes are definitely happening or on the way. You won't see them coming though. You're not going to see them coming, but you're going to feel them and you'll see them when they get there. Excuse me, when they get here. 8 of Swords, the Devil in reverse here. Yeah, you guys are letting go and shaking these old patterns. Like, you're letting go of these old ways. Like, you're always in your head. Like, some of you think the worst. Some of you guys really do think the worst. But it's because of these experiences that you've had, Gemini. I feel like it's time for you to start giving more to your emotional body and to let go and surrender. Like, I feel like with the Knight of Cups here and also with the King of Cups, the only one that's not here is the Page and the Queen. Actually, the Queen of Cups is here. You don't have the Page of Cups. So this is you moving past the beginner stage and you starting to advance and knowing how to articulate and communicating your feelings as well. I feel like you're finding strength in your emotional body. You have a lot of water here. You guys need to spend more time near water. Because when you spend more time near water, the water, what Spirit is saying, is acting as a reflection. The water reflects the truest parts of you. And you have to be open and willing to see that. And you have to be open and willing to change what needs to be changed or to evolve past what you're used to seeing. You may be used to seeing a certain part of yourself. And now Spirit is saying, like, you need to open and evolve past that. open up and move beyond what you're used to seeing about yourself. Some of you guys have been putting up a facade, and you've been putting up the certain face, like you've been showing face, and it's not even really who you are. It's time for you to be who you truly are, Gemini. Show the world who you truly are, Gemini. Lovers, message, and privileged lady. When I tell you guys that I feel like this is pointing me to like, there's this, okay. Whatever you love, remember when we talked about writing things down? This is a message, like an incoming message. Are you writing we talked about that, like you writing something and then you tucking it away. Look at this. Like, oh my goodness, that is so specific, y'all. Look at that. You have this, can you see this? Okay, I can see it better on the camera, so you should be able to as well. So there's this letter, and then there are these drawers. And when you fold this letter up, you put it in the drawer, you tuck it away, it's for your safekeeping. That really does make sense. I feel like there may be a divine feminine energy here to give you a message about something that you care about, that you love, or it may be an incoming message from someone that you've had your eye on or whatever it is. I'm feeling like this is a message of you being open to loving, to love, and you being open to this beautiful, divinely feminine energy, or this divine feminine essence. That's what I'm hearing and sensing for you guys. It's so funny because look at the pen in the background. Oh my God, look at that pen, you guys. Can you see that? Look at that pen. Oh, I love it. Because earlier I was thinking like, yo, like this is a pen that you use to like, you dip it and then you just write. This makes so much sense. Like you guys have that, give me that vibe. Like if I were, okay, you know how when you see these offices like on TV and then they look like the older offices, like the older offices, and then it looks like a library, and you see like this wooden table, like this wooden desk, and then it looks really sophisticated. That's the vibe that I get with this message card. It's like everything looks so sophisticated and old but modern. Like you're taking these old, I don't know, I'm hearing the word reconstruction. So you may have had dreams about like you building like a reconstruction, or you reconstructing something, or like you building like a blueprint is what I'm hearing. It's like when you sit down and you have like a blueprint to something. You may be wanting to call in a home, or you may be wanting to call in like a certain property. I don't know why that's coming through, but Spirit is saying manifest it. Yes, you can do that. Also, privileged lady, this makes me feel like it's like I automatically I am to receive this thing. It is a privilege. It is an honor. It's one of those things where it's like, I was born for this. I was born into this. And like, I just have it because like, why not? Like with this privileged lady, it's like she or it just simply grew up with this thing, or it's privileged because it's like, how do I want to explain it? With privileged lady, it's like she can always come across this thing. She played her cards right. The right people were always around her. She was raised in a certain way. She comes across as privileged. For some of you guys, it's the complete opposite. You were not born privileged. You were not born with these kind of resources, but these are resources that you can call in to help you. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. If you get it, you get it. Okay. And then you have details, compass, coming to life, and commitment. Oh my goodness. Okay. I love this. Why do I feel that some of you guys are coming across, are moving more into a space where you're recommitting yourself to something, or you're taking this commitment to something more seriously? It could be a commitment to yourself. It could be a commitment to the thing that you love. Pay attention to it. Details. And the fact that you have a compass here, you have, I don't know, this looks like a compass on this card. And then there's like another compass here. This to me, this is pointing to your internal compass, and also look to your astrology chart. Where's your north node? There's a common similarity, or a common energy between your north node and someone else's. Like friends groups, you know, divine others. You guys are headed or going into the same place. Look to that north node and see how it relates to the people in your community, how it relates to your own career, how it relates to your relationships, how it relates to who you are as a person, and also how it relates to your communication with someone else or your endeavor with someone else. Look in your birth chart at your north node and see where it's taking you. That's something specific, because when you follow that north node, that is how you bring yourself back to life. That is how you come back to life. Look and study your north node. And I mean, do what you can do. You are the great communicator, Gemini. Use your researching skills and the fact that you love to read, the fact that you love to speak. Use those qualities, those talents and gifts and talents that come so easily to you to help you navigate through this time of your life right now. Follow the north node. Follow your north node and be committed to your calling. This is you being committed to your calling. Remember, at the very beginning, the saddest thing in life is wasted talent. Do not waste your talent. All right. We have playfulness, which is a beautiful Gemini trait. Like, you guys are so playful. I love that about you guys. Y'all are so playful and amazing. Now, don't get me wrong. Y'all can get serious when the time is needed. Like, you know, don't get it twisted. But there's this idea of playfulness with you, and I love that for you. You guys are also very, very, very wise. You have your own way of being wise, but there is a level of wisdom that you do have. Also, with wisdom does come maturity. Some of you guys may feel like you're being aged or seasoned, but the reason is because you're leveling up in this part of your life, and it's going to call you to adapt more of this wise aspect of yourself. Also, Spirit is saying that there is wisdom in playfulness. There is wisdom in joy, right? Because you do have oh wait, that's transcending. But there is wisdom and joy. You guys are transcending beyond the life that you have now. But what it's going to take for you to do is to continue to not just trust yourself, but continue to use the gifts and the talents that you do have. Also, fall in love with the idea of love again. Learn to love in a way that is authentic to you. Don't I don't want to say don't continue to tell yourself the story, but Spirit is asking you to tell yourself a different story, to write a different story. What book are you writing right now? That's something coming through now. Have you finished the book yet? Are you editing it? Like, what's the process? Like, there's something about you writing a book, but also there's something about you continuing to write a book and also share a part of your story in writing. That way you can reach a multitude of people. There's something very specific about you reaching the youth and about you using your youth to connect and to reach other like audiences or something like that. I'm hearing something about like social media and you using that to share your story, to show up more, to go online a bit more, to share your story, to communicate. Like third house energy, communicate with your, with your peers or with your tribe or with your soul group or the ones that you teach. Like there's something about that. There's something about like one-on-ones. You can help people one-on-one by sharing your experiences, but helping them see the light within themselves too. All right, Spirit, what is it that you have? I just heard something about be the voice, like be the voice. Share your voice, but also be the voice. I'm seeing something about a stage. Okay, that does not feel right. Oh shit. Yep. It's so interesting because you have the man here and you also have the moon card here. The moon card here points to desires and fame and fortune and things of that nature. A success, like a man who's in the public eye. Oh fuck, this is like religious leader. Look it, you got the heart again and you got the compass. Follow your heart, Gemini, and you got the letter. I'm not here to play with y'all. Yep. And I roll my eyes, by the way. I just want you guys to know that. I did. Why is that important? It's probably not, but who cares? Okay, so basically you have the heart. You have the compass. Yo, if you don't fucking write down your feelings, if you don't fucking write it, like, write it. Like, pour your heart out, Gemini. Like, use the power of the pen and write your desires out. Write out how you feel. Journal. Share those journal prompts. Like, what can you do to contribute to the betterment of your community? And like really use the power of your words, the power of your thoughts to like help move the masses. Create journal prompts that other people can use to tap into their own inner world, that they can use to tap into the power of their mind. Spirit is saying, I can't get this out of my head, you guys. Spirit is saying for you to create a journal, like create a journal filled with like prompts or like journal prompts that can be used to help and market it, and watch how fucking much you skyrocket. I shit you not. Like, you guys are filled with so many ideas that you can do. The saddest thing in life, Gemini, is wasted talent, and you are a talented motherfucker. Oops, sorry. I'm not calling... Okay, I'm so sorry. I got really excited. I'm not calling you a motherfucker. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But it's like, you guys are so fucking brilliant. Like, you have such a strong fucking mind. Like, insert fucking a million F-bombs here. Like, you guys are fucking brilliant. Like, I can't shake it. And there's something about the word billion that I cannot fucking shake. Maybe you want to be a billionaire. What's that one song? I want to be a billionaire so fucking bad. I think it's with B.O.B. and like, what's that fool's name? See, he's like so relevant. I don't even remember his name. He reminds me of like a wedding singer. What the fuck is that dude's name? I can't think of his name. That's fucked up. What the fuck is that dude's name? He sung the song 24K. Well, he I don't know. I think he like what the fuck is that guy's name? Bruno Mars. Okay. 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 All right. Shout out to my partner. Shout out to my partner. All right, Gemini, I'm dead. Oh, I love you guys, Gemini, so much. Talk about a good reading. You guys are great. I love you. Forgive yourself, forgive your friends, forgive your family, just forgive, man. Like, just forgive, move on, manifest, write that shit out, write out your feelings, connect to your heart space, share your heart. You know, you may want to, you know, there's some situations where you can wear your heart on your sleeve sometimes, and it's okay that you do, because that's what makes you authentically you. Write it, share it, voice it, speak it, be it, honey. Like, that is the vibe for Gemini, and that is how you make the proper changes. If you guys need anything from me, Gemini, you are more than welcome to visit my online shop over at CassandraTurner.com. You guys can also follow along with me on Instagram at Magic of Eden. I am always excited to be in your space. I loved your reading, and I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did giving this reading to you. And if there's nothing else, I will catch you guys in my next video.